Following up on the court date of 5 people, including the principal of St. Augustine Preparatory School. They are being charged in court this morning after a kindergarten pupil was crushed to death by a school bus in which he was riding. The boy, who was 6 years, was run over by the back wheels of the bus when he fell through an opening on the floor of the bus on Friday. And therefore, we want now to link up with my colleague Francis Santomo, who's following up on this unfortunate incident and the day in court for the 5 people. Francis, thank you very much for joining us here on News Center. So first things first, has the school come out to basically just give their side of the story, and what are we expecting today?
Well, precisely, Betty, that story, that painful story has been brought here at the Mombasa Law Courts, and of course today will be the day to take place, and the people who will be brought here will be the head teacher of St. Augustine Primary School, and also the driver and a host of other people that we are told have been joined in this particular case. It has not started yet, but we are seeing people streaming in here to the courts, most of them coming to listen to what will transpire this case. You will realize that it is a case that has attracted a lot of interest from Kenyans. Many parents associations are here. Many human rights organizations are following this case closely because it's quite unfortunate on how the little 6-year-old boy died on Friday morning. And of course, just to give you a small background of what transpired, the 6-year-old boy was trying to pick his handbag and his water bottle that had dropped through an opening in the vehicle that they were in the St. Augustine bus, school bus. That is the moment that he dropped down, and the wheels of the vehicle crushed him, and he died on the spot. That is the case that has been followed and has been brought now here to court for determination. The school is yet really to give their official side of the story, and that, of course, will be what will be expected to transpire here in court as they try to tell what really transpired. Why did they not take cautions, and why did the little boy had to die in such a harsh death? That is the story that we are still following here. So we are still waiting for these people to be brought to court and hear what will be transpiring. And of course, it flashes a lot of spotlight on what on everything to do with the safety of children in the buses. If you live in the Kenyan society, you will realize that there are so many loopholes as regards and as touching to the safety of children while boarding school buses. And that is a topic that has now been brought here to court, and something that is expected to kick off a lot of discussion. And we are yet to hear what will be coming out of this meeting. So this particular court decision, court process actually will be expected to lay some frameworks on how to handle some of these issues, Betty.
All right, let's talk about the reactions that you've been getting down from Mombasa. It has been really an incident that has gotten quite a number of people angry. What is it that you're hearing from the ground in Mombasa, and even with other schools? Are they taking necessary measures to ensure that children, like you mentioned, are protected and are safe when riding to school in the buses?
Betty, as I've indicated, it's a story that has captured the imagination of many Kenyans here. I was just having a conversation with a parent who has come here to follow this case closely, and she has told me of how painful it was to learn the death of that 6-year-old. And of course, being also a parent, it puts her in a situation that she has to put herself in the shoes of the other parent. And mind you, the parents of the 6-year who died were in Dubai when all this was happening. So you can imagine how it actually feels when such information is relayed to them overseas, that their son is no more. And that is the story that of course, many are speaking about here in very harsh tones. Many are condemning the school. Many are condemning the driver. And the question that many have been asking here in my interaction, they're asking, why would this driver, despite the fact that we are told that he kept raising concerns regarding this opening in the bus, why did he really insist on driving this particular bus, of course, oblivious of the risk that he was putting these many children who are boarding this bus? Why didn't he actually stand his ground and make that strong case against the school or the management, why they were not really addressing that particular issue? So It is a question of negligence that is, of course, coming out clearly here, and there will be a lot of pressure really coming from human rights organizations, from parents associations, to see to it that some justice is accorded to this particular family, and that this particular occurrence does not happen any other time in the lives of the children of Kenyans.